You're watching Cox Connections only on Cox 11. When it comes to monitoring their children's online behavior, parents used to only have to worry about the home computer. Internet use is doubling every 2 years, and the average family has 5 internet devices in their home, including smartphones, game consoles, and tablets. As a result, parents are still struggling to monitor what their kids do online. So today we've invited children's advocate John Walsh, who is going to share some new survey results about internet use among 10 to 13-year-olds that may surprise you. Thanks for coming on the show.
Hi, Gary. Thanks for having me.
John, let's talk about the survey results. What new information came from this year's survey?
Well, you know, I'm always honored to do these surveys and these conferences with Cox Communications. I think they're the pioneers, not only being a cable company, a responsible cable company, but I think they're one of the pioneers in trying to make tweens and teens internet savvy and safe, and to make parents realize what's going on. So this year's survey was quite surprising. You know, parents think they're doing a good job. They talk about having parental controls on the PC in the house, but only one of the devices are they savvy with. And kids say that 95% of kids say that they use their smartphone, their gaming console, or their pad or tablet to connect with the internet. And most parents don't have parental controls on those devices. And 33% of the kids in the survey this year said they've watched inappropriate video, they've had inappropriate contact, they've lied to their parents about what they've seen on those devices, or they've lied about their age to get on social networking websites. So kids are working these devices without their parents knowing what they're doing. So Cox every year updates their website. They have a fantastic website, cox.com/takecharge, which gives the results of the survey and tells parents how to deal with it and talk to their kids.
Yeah, John, that's so powerful. And so when it comes to internet safety, you mentioned how parents have to monitor beyond just the home computer.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, 95% of kids get on the internet with those different devices, with smartphones, with tablets, and with gaming consoles. And the parents are way behind the curve. Only 1 in 5 parents in those surveys said that they knew how to put a parental control on those devices. So the kids are much more savvy than the parents. And 80% of the kids say, you know, my parents don't have a clue what I'm doing on those devices, nor do they have a parental control on them, nor would I tell them what I'm doing on those devices.
Yeah, and I've spoken to some of those parents who clearly don't have a clue. So, John, what advice do you give to parents when it comes to talking about kids and about internet safety?
I have a 17-year-old son who calls me a dinosaur. I don't think I'll ever be as cyber savvy as he is, but I say to parents all the time, parent up. You're supposed to keep your child safe until they're 18, until they join the Marines. At 18, they can vote, they can go to college. It's your job not to be your kid's best friend, but to be the parent. Parent up. Go to this website, cox.com/takecharge. Learn how to talk to your kids. You can't threaten them. You can tell them about sexting. You can tell them that, you know, college admission directors and employees look at their Facebook page and look at what they've done in cyberspace. But kids think that you're going to take away their iPhone. They think you're going to take away their Android. No, you've got to open those lines of communication with your kids and say, look, I know you think you know what you're doing, because kids still say, my parents don't have a clue. I'm going to go to the mall and meet that 15-year-old girl that has so much in common with me. And the 15-year-old girl will go to that mall to meet, guess who? 25-year-old sex offender, 55-year-old sex offender. So you have to open those lines of communication with your kids. I sit down with my son all the time. We've got parental controls on every device that he owns, every device that he uses, because it's our job to try to keep them safe. Not punish him, not take away his iPhone, encourage them to talk to you. Again, I say 40% of these kids said that they received unsolicited personal messages over those devices.
Wow, John, I mean, that's just amazing. So what kind of tools are out there to help parents become more cyber savvy?
parents say to me all the time, I don't know the rules. I'm not savvy. I know my kid is working around me and not telling me. As I said, 33% of kids say that they can get away with anything on the internet because their parents don't know how to catch them at it or they haven't talked to them. Great website, state-of-the-art. Cox does a great job doing it. It's cox.com/takecharge.
Listen, thank you so much for all that you do in helping our kids stay safe. And it's just amazing what you're doing, and it is making a difference. Again, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
After the break, this year marks the second annual Cox Conserves Heroes program, where we honor environmental leaders that are making a difference throughout the state of Virginia. You'll meet the Hampton Roads Cox Conserves hero and find out how she's keeping our region ecologically sound.